Here we go again, another film. I'm looking at old cameras and do they still work. I've devised a test. I basically want to make sure that the camera's light tight and the shutters work and everything else. So what I've come up with is I'm putting one film through 3 cameras to check them out. So this is how I went about it. I've got 3 cameras and I want to check them out mainly to see if they're light tight. That's one of the things that when you buy a second-hand camera you can't guarantee. You've got a little light seal that runs around the very edge of the camera on both sides. I've replaced this in one of my videos. I think it was an Olympus OM10. Long drawn out procedure, pretty messy actually, so if I can avoid it on these I will leave well enough alone, as they say. I'm not judging one camera against the other. I just want to make sure that they're light tight and giving me a reasonable exposure. I've got this old Jessup's film and that's the film I'm going to put through. What I'm going to do is to put this in one of the cameras and then take a picture of the instruction manual at the start so I know which camera it is. Take a series of probably 10 pictures, wind that back. I have to be very careful with this. Release it, wind it back and listen for when it comes off of the gate at this end. Then I can take that out of that camera and put it into the second camera. Do the same thing again, take a picture of the instruction manual so I know which camera that I'm using. Take another 10 pictures. I'll allow a latitude either side of probably 2 or 3 frames at least. And then follow the same procedure again with the last camera. I'm using an old Praktica only because it was one of the very first cameras I started out with. Also then I've got Pentax ME. I do remember buying one of those. I think it was a Pentax ME Super. I think mid 70s, somewhere around about there. And I came across, and I bought this recently. It could have been eBay, it could have been a car boot, I can't remember now. I've got an MV, beautiful little camera, really automatic, but nice and bright, just like the ME, and lightweight. So let's start the exercise. I've got the film now in the Praktica, so all I need to do is advance and take several shots so that I know I'm working on black film from there. So go. I've actually, whoops, the gate's come open already. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, now that's securely fixed this time. Let's start again. I've got to allow a couple of frames now because of the gate coming open. That should be enough. So next time I'll wind it, I'll go from there. That should be taking photographs. I'll take similar photographs around the garden so that there's a comparison and do them quickly all on the same day. Okay, I've taken, don't know if you can see that there, I've taken basically 8 shots around the garden, so that should give me at least 4 or 5 pictures in there. All I need to do now is to wind it back, remember to listen for the click, and I know that it's come out. So press the release button and then start winding the film back. You can feel the tension, and it won't have to go very far before it suddenly clicks, and I know that because I want to leave a bit of leader in on the film. Must be coming up for it shortly now, I should think. I can feel the tension's just the same. That's it, the tension's released. Hopefully that's it. That's it, and it's not gone all the way through. Cracking. I do like the method that Pentax has taken on to get the film secured at this end. It's a series of little pillows, white pillows. Right, put that down and then start to wind it to make sure that it's taken. And there it goes, it's caught it straight away. So what I need to do now is to put it down onto a very small aperture. This is going down to f22. If I use this old changing bag, all I need to do is now take a series of pictures, wind it on. For some reason that's jammed. The camera hadn't jammed, silly me, I forgot to take into account it's fully automatic. So what I've done, I've put it onto basic flash, so that's fully manual, and I can go through and advance the film. Let's have a check. Oh, I've only got 5 on there at the moment, so I'll go all the way to 10. Right, I've gone to 10 now, so I'll go out and repeat the same sort of pictures. Okay, so now I've loaded the last one in the series, which is the Pentax ME, and I now need to do what I did before, advance the film. I advanced the film this time to probably 22 frames. That's on. Close the aperture down. What I do like about, I don't know if you can see it, but when you advance the film on this particular camera, you've got a little orange and black segment there. You can see it actually moving, so you know that the film is going through the spool. The amount of times that people have taken photographs, taken them out of the camera, and suddenly realised all those beautiful pictures they took were not on there at all. This film hadn't gone through. Probably the best pictures you've ever taken in your life as well, but there you go. Okay, so let's keep taking the pictures. So there we go. Jessops. That's a long story. It's going to take several videos to explain. I did work there for quite some time. I thought I'd have another look at the old Praktica and try and work out why that door shot open. I've had a little look, and for what I can make out, I don't know if you can see there, look, you've got 2 little grips. Can you see that? That moves, and that catches on the little door catches. But it looks like it's not springing back properly, but it's like all of us, it's getting old, I suppose. So you've got to give it a firm shut. I don't know whether I'd actually ever feel happy using this camera again. It seems a bit springy, it's not shutting, but it's the age it is. What is it, 50 years old? I thought I'd have a quick look at the other two, having sort of knocked the old Praktica a bit, but look at the size of this. I mean, this is the Pentax ME. Yeah, I used to like them. I used them a lot, the Pentax ME Super. I didn't realise that I'd got in the kit when I acquired this. I got a Vivitar, and this is a Vivitar 75-205, but it does look pretty weighty when you sit it on the camera like that. I couldn't hold it and hold it on close-ups. I'd got to put it on a tripod. But as a camera for quick and easy to use, I think it was, and it still is, a good camera today. It's a good beginner's camera if you want to learn about photography. You've got the aperture ring, runs quite smoothly, and inside in the viewfinder you've got your little red dots going up and down, and that's to indicate the speed that you're going to be using. So you've only got to work a correlation between the two, and there it is, you get nice pictures. The other one, the Pentax MV, nice little camera. If you wanted to take good pictures and didn't want to go into photography, in other words, concerned about the apertures and the shutter speeds and depth of field, then this was a brilliant little camera in its day. It's still good little camera today. You've got inside a little light system where you've got yellow and green. If you get green, that's okay, you can take a picture. So you just have to alter the apertures. You've got no control of the shutter speeds, but as a point and shoot camera, it's brilliant. Okay, we've got the developer. I've mixed this D76 last night, Kodak D76 developer. Well, give us a tick if you liked it, and don't forget there is a part 2 to this film, so we'll develop the film and see if all 3 cameras were light tight. Okay, see you soon.